Beaumont's Muslim community leaders, elected officials, and dignitaries gathered at Muslims' second Eid festivity celebration. The Community Eid Dinner event was organized by the board members of Jamia Masjid Beaumont. A very special guest and a prominent community leader from Greater Houston, Dr. Mubashir Chaudhry, was welcomed at the event by the president of Jamia Masjid Beaumont, Mr. Tahir Ashrafi.
We have a very great event, very successful event, Eid Dinner, which one we have every year. But this time is a little special. We have a politician and Dr. Mubashir from Houston, our guest speaker. And which one we got the message from Dr. Mubashir is very wise, and which one our community learned from that message, and also that our Imam gave a very great message, and we learned a lot from both of our guests, our Imam and Dr. Mubashir. I am and Dr. Mubashir working together between Beaumont community and Houston community put together, and get the benefit from each other. And this is Dr. Mubashir putting a lot of his effort and to bringing, very new for our community. So we both community can get together and work together.
Beaumont is very dear to my heart, and I believe that they are prosperous because they are united, and my message is along the same lines. I wish them prosperity and happiness in unity. And I think we need to promote our children. This is their world that we have to give it back to them. And we have to, secure the business lines, professional lines, and education we need to promote. That's something very dear to my heart. And we must remember those people in Pakistan who cannot study because they cannot afford the means. So we are privileged here in this country. This is our country. We're going to die here. We're going to stay here forever. So we must appreciate the promised land once Dr. Martin Luther King dreamed of.
At the occasion, the Imam of Jamia Masjid Beaumont, Mr. Yasir Osmani, celebrated success of students of his mosque and stressed on the need of building a dynamic Muslim community in North America.
There's one famous quotation by Imam Hassan al-Basri, rahimahullah. He says, if you do not hear the sound of your children in the masjid, it means you are not preserving your deen at your future generation. This is very quite important. We do every way possible, whether playing activities, food activities, every way possible to bring our children to the masjid.
As a successful entrepreneur and founder of Universal Surgical Group, Dr. Mubashir Chaudhry has long made headlines in charitable donations by contributing to various non-profits organizations in communities at large. Dr. Mubashir Chaudhry's mission is to bring a change in people's life. Dr. Mubashir is looking forward to help flourish the millennials and youth of Southeast Texas through his vast experience and mentor, hand in hand with Beaumont Muslim community leader Tahir Ashrafi and the community elders from Beaumont who support Tahir Ashrafi.
I'm not doing this for myself. I have enough for myself to sustain and retire myself as of today. But I think I have energy, I have wisdom, I have the trick that I have developed and understood the mechanism and the mechanics of business. I can promote it. I can promote for young generation. I can promote for our fellow citizens, Pakistani citizens living abroad. And I think this is my duty to do that. And I am going to be there for all of you.
Elected officials present at the event promised their firm support for the Alliance of Texas Muslims and business community leaders.
When you talk about the Muslim community, you have to be talking about Texas because it's one of the fastest, largest growing communities in Southeast Texas and in Houston and Dallas and Arlington areas like that. Being a statewide candidate for governor, I have to learn how to get along with a lot of folks. Well, guess what? Our Muslim community is no different. Just like our Asian community, our Hispanic community, and all of these communities, we have to make sure that we give people respect as individuals, give them respect for their religion, give them respect for their family, friends, and also their businesses. We have to make sure that we have someone that's available in Austin, Texas, that's going to work with all communities, especially a Muslim community that's doing great things in this community. I thank God for people like Tony and his family and the expanded family of the folks I met here tonight.
Just try our children to become real Muslims. Make sure we provide them education, Islamic, and make sure they regularly make prayers, and then as far as possible go on expanding the number of mosques so that a lot of people come to pray rather than limiting one or two masajid is not enough for the growing population we have now.
I would recommend anybody to join our community and work together hand to hand to achieve being a great community, and alhamdulillah, we thank Allah for this blessing.
The purpose of Masjid is not only the 5-time prayer, but it's an education issue to teach our Islamic rules and regulations.
So I grew up in this area, and went to school at Lamar, then graduated. Now I live in Houston, but my dad's a big part of the community, so he wants me to be involved in this type of stuff.
Definitely stick to your roots and definitely help out your community, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that will be with you till the end.
Since we are having Eid dinner, and it happened after a long time, almost after pandemic, so I think that's gonna benefit to our community as well, and kids would enjoy.
Tanveer Ahmad Khan, Reach Out.